This video is brought to you by For Such a Time. The back says, who knows whether you have come to the presidency for such a time as this. Trump's silhouette and great God bless our President Trump. So let's get into your briefing. All right, Rebels, today's briefing is from the Gateway Pundit, dated March 30th by Eric A. Blair, B-L-A-I-R. Suspected SARS virus and flu samples found in Chinese scientists' luggage arriving in the U.S. Report. Samples of the suspected SARS virus and influenza were found in Chinese scientists' luggage arriving in the U.S., according to an unclassified FBI tactical intelligence report obtained by Yahoo News. In November 2018, U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents at Detroit Metro Airport stopped a Chinese biologist who was carrying 3 vials labeled antibodies in his luggage. The biologist said a colleague in China had asked him to deliver the vials to a researcher at a U.S. institute. After examining the vials, however, custom agents came to an alarming conclusion, Yahoo reported. Quote, inspection of the writing on the vials and the stated recipient led inspection personnel to believe the materials contained within the vials may be viable Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, MERS, and severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS, materials, the report said. Yeah, he's just going to carry this not in a biohazard container, but in his stinking luggage. Quote, the report, written by the Chemical and Biological Intelligence Unit of the FBI's Weapons of Mass Destruction Directorate, WMDD, does not give the name of the Chinese scientists carrying the suspected SARS and MERS samples or the intended recipient in the U.S. But the FBI concluded that the incident and 2 other cases cited in the report were part of an alarming pattern. Yeah, no kidding. The Weapons of Mass Destruction Directorate assesses foreign scientific researchers who transport undeclared and undocumented biological materials into the United States in their personal carry-on and/or checked luggage almost certainly present a U.S. biosecurity risk. No kidding, reads the report. How come their asses aren't in jail? There's a specific methodology for transporting biohazardous material. The WMDD makes this assessment with high confidence. Okay, based on liaison reporting with direct access. The report, which came out more than 2 months before the World Health Organization learned of a cluster of pneumonia cases in Wuhan that turned out to be COVID-19, appears to be part of a larger FBI concern about China's involvement with scientific research in the U.S. While the report refers broadly to foreign researchers, all 3 cases cited involve Chinese nationals. And we've done reports about the Chinese plundering our universities. There have been numerous reports that the coronavirus may have emerged from a lab in Wuhan, China. Yeah. In February, the Chinese Ministry of Science and Technology put out a directive titled Instructions on Strengthening Biosecurity Management in Microbiology Labs that handle advanced viruses like the novel coronavirus. Staying right on top of things, these communist parties, Chinese communist parties. Turns out that in all of China, there's only one such lab, which will be refuted in the next couple paragraphs. There's two of them. Turns out that in all of China, there's only one such lab, the New York Post wrote, and this one is located in the Chinese city Wuhan that just happens to be the epicenter of the epidemic. Quote, that's right, China's only level 4 microbiology lab that is equipped to handle deadly coronaviruses, called the National Biosafety Laboratory, is part of the Wuhan Institute of Virology. What's more, the People's Liberation Army's top expert in biological warfare, a Major General Chen Wei, was dispatched to Wuhan at the end of January to help with the effort to contain the outbreak. According to the PLA Daily, General Chen has been researching coronaviruses since the SARS outbreak of 2003, as well as Ebola and anthrax. This would not be her first trip to the Wuhan Institute of Virology either, since it is one of only 2 bioweapons research labs in all of China. So there's a little confusion regarding how many biolabs there are. They're probably not all that open with exactly how many anyway. They are communists after all. So this is just further evidence that China is weaponizing biohazardous materials. So, okay, rebels, you've been briefed. Go forth and speak freely. Stay healthy.